Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live session. I believe we are live. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to the session. My name is Ronny Hermosa.
And my name is Diana, or you can call me D.
Rondi. We are Team Rondi. We are both content creators, and today we are going to have fun with Canva, aren't we, Diana?
Yes, I guess you also forgot to say that we are Canva verified experts.
Right. Yes. So we create content, educational content about Canva mostly. We are both top teachers here on Skillshare and have a YouTube channel called Design with Canva. Today, we are going to teach you some of our best tips to create fun animations in Canva. So, Diana, tell us a little bit. What do people need to be able to follow along with us? Like, do they need a Canva account, I imagine? Do they need to be a pro, or free is fine, or how does it work?
A Canva free account will be just fine, and just have your computer open so you can follow along with us, and that's it.
Okay. And what's on the program? I heard you have 5 amazing tips for us.
Yes, so we are going to learn how to start a new project for any kind of animation. And then I'm just going to give you 4 to 5 different tips on how to animate or how to make the best animations in Canva.
Okay, cool. Before we start, if you want to use the chat, a little bit of housekeeping. If you want to let us know where you are connecting from, I have an eye on the chat right here. So if you see me turn my head like this, it's because I'm keeping and monitoring the chat. Diana is going to do the heavy lifting of like guiding you through Canva. So any question you might have, you can pop it in the chat. I will try to pick it up and maybe bring it to the table if it's relevant at this stage. Otherwise, we can also have a Q&A at the end. But that's pretty much how it goes. So yeah, use the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And yeah, I think we are...
Yeah, I can see from here a couple of comments already. Somebody asking, where is Diana from?
Yes.
If you are asking for Diana, I am from Colombia, and Ronny, he's from Belgium.
Exactly. And we're currently living in Barcelona, where it's getting hotter and hotter every day. Good. So that's kind of like the housekeeping announcements. If everyone is ready, I think we are ready to share our screen, jump into Canva, and get started.
Great. So the first thing or the first tip that I have for you guys today is how to start a new project for you to be able to create these animations. It's pretty important for you to create a video project. And this is because in the video projects, you will have access to some features that are only available for these kind of projects. And this is important if you want to create animations because they are going to have movement, right? So from here, you will go for any kind of format that you are going to create. In this case, I'm going to use a mobile video, but instead of selecting this option from here, I'm going to show you another way in which you can create a new document. You can go to the side panel and go to templates. From here, you're going to go again and filter your results by video. Then you can choose the category. I'm going to go for mobile videos. This is going to filter even further our search result. I'm going to go for my language only because Ronnie already told you we are in Spain. So if I leave it like this, you will see all of these options in
In
Spanish.
Spanish.
So I'm going to go my language only. This is going to be the language in which your Canva account is set. My Canva account is set in English at the moment. So now I'm seeing or previewing search results in English. You can start to, like scroll down and to see if there is already an animation that you like and that you would like to customize.
Okay, I stop you here one sec. Because I want to understand why you actually start your project, not from the homepage, not from, like picking a video document, but rather you decided to go to the templates tab. Is it because you want to have access to all the templates and pick one before you even start designing?
Yeah, so that's right. I actually like to go to the templates tab here on this panel, because from here, from this page, I can see clearly the results, like I can see more of the templates from this window. You can also have access to the template library inside the editor, but the window will be smaller.
Narrower. Yeah, it will be the side panel of your Canva account and not full screen like here.
Yeah, and also I like to go through the templates before starting a project, because sometimes you will see pretty amazing animations already made, and the only thing that you will need to do is to customize it. So change the text, change the colors, the photos, and then you will have an amazing animation in just a couple of minutes. So that's a good idea if you are a Canva beginner, or if you have been using Canva for a while and want to start creating animations or videos. I guess templates is a really good,
That's
good
really
way.
what makes the beauty of Canva, is all of their templates. We have a few hello and hola and how are you in the chat. Damien saying hola, Team Rondi. Kavya is saying hello. Cora from North Carolina, hello. Thanks for tuning in. Leah, she says she's from Toronto. And yeah, pumped for this. We are all so pumped for this, Leah. So
awesome.
All right.
Great.
Did you see a template that you like?
Yes, I see this template right here. I really like it. I already saw it before and I started. And what I like about it is that I can create an animation from static images. So basically, these are photos, but I'm going to turn them into a video, like animated images.
Okay, I'm going to play the dumb student here.
Okay.
What you said you started. What does that mean?
Sorry?
You said you started the stamp.
So whenever you hover over any template, you will see this little star in here. So what I like to do is that when I'm browsing this template library and I see something that I like, I go ahead and I click on this star. Then I will continue and try to see if there is something else that I like. And I'm going to continue starring them.
So it's like favoriting.
Yes, exactly. So then after a while, I can come back to this tab that says Start Content. And from here, I'll be able to see or preview these templates that I have favorited.
Start.
Yeah. So then, like, you can go from here, from this tab, or from the template section. I'm going to go ahead with this one, or maybe let me see this one again. I think I started this one before and it's actually really nice. It's pretty simple. You see all of the animations. And as you can see, these are only photos.
So you can preview the template with its animations.
Yes. So if you want to use any of these templates, click on Customize this template, which will take you to the editor. It will open this template and you'll be able to customize it. Do we have any questions so far?
No, there's no question. I'm looking at my phone with the chat right here. There's no question. People are paying attention.
Great. Now, from here, we are going to start editing this template. Because this template only has images, and then on the last page, we have some text boxes. This is going to be pretty simple to customize. All we have to do is to grab any photo. You can upload your own photos or use photos in the Canva library, and then drag and drop them on top of these other images.
Are these frames what do we see on the templates?
Yeah, I believe so. So I have already uploaded a couple of photos in my uploads tab. You can upload your own files by clicking on this button. So I have a couple of photos that we have taken on some of the Canva events, I would say, around the world. We have been to events in Barcelona, our city. We have been to London, I guess Madrid.
Yep, Los
And
Angeles.
Los Angeles, yeah. So
And Malaga also recently.
Malaga, yes. So I have a couple of pictures of those Canva events in here, and I'm going to drag them into this template. So I'm just going to start. This one was in Los Angeles. This one was in Barcelona.
Your talk in Barcelona.
Yeah. So in this case, you see that I don't see myself. I'm just going to quickly edit the position of this photo. So I'm double clicking on this image, and then I'll be able to reposition the image. I'm going to click on done.
So this is important. When you drag a photo into a frame, or I don't know if this is a frame or a mock-up, you can always double click and then reposition the photo.
Yeah. Okay, so this photo was in London, and this one was in Barcelona.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just going to continue going to the following pages and just dragging and dropping images like so.
So it's super easy. You just drop your own images into the different pages.
Exactly. Like so. And then we have 3 more.
I guess what's important is to select, this one I like with the Robson. I think what's important is what you take a good look at your template, and when you see some photos are more like horizontal, like the main focus of your photo is at the center and it's a horizontal photo, then obviously you should try to find one of your own photos that kind of has a similar layout where the focus is the same. That's what you've done here for this page, which had 3 horizontal photos.
Right.
You selected 3 photos that are horizontal as well.
Yeah,
so they fit nicely.
Let me go back to the beginning and let me show you how it looks now. So you see that the animations are there, and I didn't have to do much. I just dragged the photos on the photos that we had on the template.
The last one had a little bit of something weird, but
I mean, it's an animation. I guess
okay,
that depends on what you like or not. And then we have on the last slide some text. If you want to customize the text on any template, simply double click, and then you'll be able to change the text from here. So Canva, let's say lovers.
Canva lovers.
What should I write here?
Canva lovers is fine.
You can leave me some ideas in the comments if you want.
If you have a better idea. Okay.
Let me just change this one for, I don't know, something like this.
This
I think.
Is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you play again that last slide? See how it animates.
So we have a transition that I'm gonna show you later how to add it.
Okay.
And it looks like this.
Okay, I think centered is better. The lovers.
What do you guys think?
Centered. I vote for center.
Oh wait, position center.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, if you don't like Diana's design, by all means, let us know in the chat. I can influence and lobby for change.
Okay, so this one was a pretty simple template, and we have only, like images appearing, disappearing, moving. But I'm going to show you something else, another kind of animation that is also available in the template library. So I have a template on my Canva profile. So if you go to canva.com/Diana Muñoz, you will see in here some featured templates.
Okay, maybe you go up a bit. I will explain what this is.
Yeah.
So Canva has a program called the Canva Creators. Canva creators are designers that design templates and then submit these templates to the Canva library, the Canva template library. And so when Canva users will use some of these templates, the creators will receive a financial kind of like royalties, kind of like when you guys are watching Skillshare classes, the teachers receive royalties for the minutes consumed. Well, here is a similar program by Canva creators, where people like Diana or other designers can contribute templates that they have made to the library so that people can find them. So what you are seeing here is Diana's creator profile. So the URL was canva.com
slash Diana Muñoz.
slash Diana Muñoz.
My name. And I just wanted to show you this because I have created a couple of tutorials on our YouTube channel in which I show you how to create, for example, this animation right here. So you can see how we are featuring different people on this animation or something like this. And I thought, why not leave these animations available in the library? And I wanted to show you this because I have, for example, this animation that it's pretty simple to customize. So let me show you. I'm gonna click here on this template, or I actually want to show you this one. I really like it because we have this cursor moving inside the screen. We are clicking on the button and then the cursor is going away. So I'm going to click on customize this template. I think this template is available for Canva Pro users. So let me come closer to these pages. And if you want to use this animation here, simply change the photo. So I'm gonna drag and drop our photo inside this frame. I'm gonna do the same on all the pages. We only have 3 pages. And now if I play, you see that the animation is there. And I'm not sure if you are able to hear the sound effects, but this template actually has some sound effects, so we can hear the clicking.
The clicking of the tab when like the mouse is clicking on the button.
So we hear the click, and then we have like
kind of chime. Yeah.
So
I think it went through the microphones.
Hopefully. And I really like this kind of animations because these are pretty unique and you can add them at the end of any mobile video that you create or any short video.
Okay. We have Damien saying that he loves your templates and sets for different entrepreneurs.
Great.
He's also a ambassador from Latin America.
Awesome.
And we have Alison from Skillshare saying, oh, hey, love Canva and love Ronny and Diana helpful classes. Well, thank you, Alison. Okay, so what we've learned here is that it's super easy to create animations when you start from a template.
Yes.
Okay? I would say that's the easy level, easy way to start. And that's what makes Canva so user-friendly, is that it has template library. It was very smart in the way they kind of leveraged the community of designers to create this Canva creator program and let the community create the templates that the users end up using when using Canva. That was very smart. So by all means, explore these Canva creator program. If you yourself feel like, okay, I could do this, like I'm down for making a bit of money, extra money with Canva creators, canva.com/creators, I believe. There should be a landing page explaining how to get started, what are the requirements. I think you will have to submit your portfolio with a few of the templates you've created. And then when you get accepted into the program, hopefully, you can start earning some extra income via this program. So it's pretty cool. Okay, what's next?
Yes. So next, second tip of the day, I'm going to show you how to add transitions. And those transitions are animations that you see in between pages. So for example, on this template, the first one that we edited, we see a transition at the end of the video. So you see, pay attention to the page. When we are changing page, we see the elements on page 6 going away, and then the page 7, I guess, these elements are entering. So how do we add these transitions? So let me come closer to this thumbnail view. Actually, we have different transitions in here. You will see them because there is an icon in between the pages. But let me click here and remove this one, for example. If you are creating a design from scratch, you won't see these icons, right? You will see just a cut, so like one page 1 and page 2. It appears like this. If you want to add a transition, you will hover in between these two pages, and then you will see this icon at the bottom. There is one to add a new page and another one to add a transition.
Right.
If it happens that you hover and you don't see these icons, you can click on the page. Like, for example, in this case, page 1, you're going to click on these 3 dots, and then you will see add transition in here. So these 2 options will take you to the same window.
Can I give 2 quick tips at this point?
Yeah.
All right. I'm taking the mouse. Look, there's one thing I like to do because I'm a bit of a older guy, so I can make the timeline bigger. You see, I could grab this line right here, which kind of represents the beginning of my timeline, and drag up, like pull it up. Obviously, you will reduce your design area, your page, but that could be an interesting way of just making more space for your timeline and seeing what you do. And then the next tip, this one is less obvious.
Yeah.
You see this button right here says Zoom Thumbnails.
Yeah.
Okay, so it could be like this Zoom page.
Yeah, actually by default, it will be set to Zoom page.
The Zoom page. Okay,
Yeah.
so this button is interesting because it's not intuitive that you can click on it to change the Zoom attribute. So basically, if it's by default set to Zoom page, when you use the Zoom, you are zooming on the page. But, and that's what people don't know usually, you can click on that Zoom button and change the Zoom like function. And now it's set to zoom to thumbnails. So the thumbnails are these page thumbnails basically. And now when I zoom, you see I'm zooming on the timeline when I'm using the zoom slider. So that's just something that people usually don't know about Canva that I thought I would show you show you at this stage. Sorry. Back to you.
Thank you. Let us know in the comments if you are learning something new with us today. Okay, so let's go to the transitions window. So you can do it from here or the 3 dots at transition. Now we are in the transitions window, and at this moment it is set to none. We don't have any animation in between these 2 pages. If you hover on any of these options, you will see the transition happening on this page. If you just hover, you are just previewing. If you click, you are applying the transition. So I actually like to just hover and see how the transitions are looking on my design.
It's a preview of your transition.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, I'm just taking a look, saying what looks better in here. And let's say that I want to go for this one. Once I click on any transition, another little window will appear, or I don't know if another section with more settings will appear. And from here, you'll be able to customize even further this animation. So you can change the direction in which this animation is happening. So let's say this one is coming to the right. I can change it to the left, and you can also change the origin. And these settings will be different depending on the transition that you select. So let me show you. Stack only has different directions. Line wipe also directions. And like, for example, color wipe, you will have different directions, and you can also adjust or customize the colors.
So you can adjust these settings even if you are a free user. I remember it used to be a
Yes,
pro thing,
it
but I
used
don't
to
see
be
the
pro.
crown.
Yes, it used to be pro, but I don't see the little crown
No,
in
you know
here.
what? It's not the transitions. It's the
Animations.
animations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
all
So we will
transitions are
get to
free.
this one
Yeah.
later.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so this is free to use, which I find pretty interesting. Now, there is also, I would say, an interesting button again, that says here at the bottom of the screen that says apply between all pages.
Mhm.
This one will allow you to add or apply exactly this same transition in between all the different pages on your design.
Mhm.
This one will save you a lot of time if you want to have the same transition again and again. But if you want to add something different on your design, I would suggest that you maybe change
Yeah,
it
make
once in
some
a while.
adjustments. Yeah, it
So I'm
can
just
kind
going
of
to leave it as it
gets a
is.
bit boring if it's always the same transition.
Yes. And I'm going to preview
But on the other hand, like when
my
you're
video.
making a video, a typical beginner mistake when you're making a video is to go all out with the transitions.
Yeah.
And then you have wipes, and then you have circles, and then you have all sorts of stuff. That's a typical rookie mistake with video editing. Try to use subtle transitions. Subtle is the key word. Like really, you don't need to go very crazy with your transition. Otherwise, it seems a bit amateurish. So,
Yes. Like, for example, here, I added this transition just for the sake of the tutorial, but if you pay attention to the animations going on in here, you see the images also have movement. And if I add an extra movement with the transition, I think it can
might
be too much.
Yeah, exactly.
So in this case, I could remove the transition from here. I simply select none. And as you can see, there is still some movement going on in here. It's just the second page that doesn't have any animation yet.
Okay. Sounds good. So is this project done? Are you done with this one?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
because I still have a couple of tips
Oh yeah,
that
but
I want to show you.
This, I meant, are you done with tip number 2?
Yes.
Okay. So let me have a quick look.
No, actually, I want to. Yeah, no mentiras. Sorry, I'm speaking in Spanish. I got confused.
It's not a good sign, particularly when she starts speaking Spanish. All right. So,
Okay.
what do you want to add?
No. I'm
Good.
ready. Let's go to tip number 3.
Okay. Before we jump into tip number 3, I want to have a quick look at the chat to see what people are saying. People are liking it. We have Silent G tuning in from New Orleans. Yeah, Cora says good to know. So yeah, people are enjoying the tips. We have 32 people watching.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Tip number
3.
We're going to show you how to apply animations to your elements in your Canva designs. This is actually a pretty good example here, page 2, because when we finish page 1, we have some animations going on, like we see these images flying away. But then when we start page 2, nothing is really going on in here. So if you want to add an animation to any photo, video element, or even text box in Canva, simply select the element. In this case, I'm selecting this photo. And then you're going to click on this button that says animate. This is going to be your best friend if you want to learn or if you want to add animations in your Canva designs. From here, you have 2 different tabs. You have the page tab, which will animate all the elements on your page. But if you just want to add an animation to a particular element, the one that you have selected, go to this tab. In this case, Canva recognizes that I have selected a photo, so that's why it says photo in here.
Had you selected a text box, it would say text?
Yes, so I guess let me show you. Yeah, so I'm selecting here a text box, and that's why we see here text. Text boxes have some extra different animations, so I'm going to show you that one later. But let's go to page 2, and let's add an animation to this photo. From here, we have all of these different animations.
Plenty of them, huh?
And we also have some movement, motion effects. So I'm going to do exactly the same as we did with the transitions. I'm going to hover to see the preview of these animations. So pretty quickly, like this. And yeah, I guess you can take the time and preview them all, see which one looks better on your video, and then you can select the one that you want. I'm gonna go for this one. Now, when you click on your animation, you will have some other settings that you can select. So this animation will appear at the beginning of this page because it says both. We will see it at the beginning, but we also will see it at the end.
Okay, so that's important to understand.
Yeah.
Like this,
At this, sorry, I'm just going to finish my thought in here because it says on enter and exit because it says both, but because we have a transition, we actually don't see it in here.
okay.
But I usually, when I'm creating these kind of animations, I like to go on enter, or depending on how the video is looking, I will go on exit. But I usually don't go for both.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. It's important to understand what both on enter, on exit mean. It means you have your clip. So let me take control of the mouse. So this is your entire clip. Let me zoom out, zoom in. Sorry. There you go. And move this so we can see. Okay, so this clip right here that is selected. So on entry means the animation will happen when we get into this clip. So that's on enter. Okay, that button means when we get into the clip. So the beginning of the clip. And then, excuse me, need to go back to animate. And then, which one was it?
You need to select the image first.
Yeah, scrapbook. Yeah, on exit means the same thing, but when you are leaving the clip. So when you have it on both, it becomes suddenly like a bit much because you have the animation when the clip starts, when the clip ends, and that's a lot of animations in here. Like the clip is only 2 seconds. So be very careful, and I think it's an important nuance to understand. Like choose one, but usually 2 is too much. So
yeah. Now I'm going to show you what's the difference in between the animations that we have under general and these and these motion effects.
Okay.
So animations, the one that we have selected in here, the general animations, will add again an animation on enter or on exit or both. But let me go to the last page and I'm going to animate this heart. So you see that when we enter the page, there is nothing going on. So let me play. So you see there is no movement. So I'm going to select this heart, go to animate. And then from here, we have some extra options. In this case, because I have this heart, I have some other options in here, but
new stuff.
Yeah, new animations.
I could see that what is this?
Yeah. I was like, no, I just wanted to go to the last section on the motion effects to show you that if I select any of these options, we will see the movement and it won't stop. So let me play.
Okay.
It won't stop. Even if I make this page
much longer.
It's
like a continuous movement.
Yes. So let me play again. It will continue rotating. So this one is actually pretty interesting if you want to, have something interesting going on your video. Let me remove this animation. I think with this heart, it will be interesting to have a pulse.
Oh, so you have 2. Can you have 2?
You can have 2, but I'm going to remove this one.
Okay.
So we can only have the pulse.
Yeah. Can you modify the speed of the pulse?
Yes. So you can go to animate again, pulse, and you have the setting here,
intensity.
the intensity.
But which is a pro feature. So that's what I was saying earlier.
The crown.
Sometimes like the granular control of your animations will be pro feature or paid features. meaning you will need a Canva Pro, a Canva Teams account in order to have access to them.
Mm-hmm. And talking about animations, I want to show you something really cool that I love. And it is that you can actually create custom animations in Canva. So let me go here to animate, and I'm going to remove this motion effect. Now let me come back up. And in here we have custom. So you can click on this little banner, and then you can move your element around the canvas to create this custom animation. So let's say that I want my heart to go flying away like this.
So you're drawing the path of your animation.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And then after you drag your element around the canvas, you can continue customizing this motion effect. So at the moment, it will take the exact movements that I did with my mouse, but I usually like to go with smooth or steady. So you see that the movement is a little bit smoother, and you can also play around with the speed. Mm-hmm. And also you can orient the element to path, which will make it...
the heart will rotate on the path. Mm-hmm.
That will work depending on the element that you are animating. Sometimes I like to use it, but usually I don't.
Yep.
And you can also add some motion effects on top of this custom animation. Once you are done, click on this button. Mm-hmm. And you have here, let me remove this transition because this one is not allowing me to see the full effect of my custom animation. So you can see...
People are liking the custom animations.
I love it. Yeah. I really, really love it.
Ryan is saying, it's sort of like masking the animation. Yes. Yeah, you're kind of drawing the path and it will continue. We have Jose asking a question. Is it possible to create like a symbol to save a photo? So it's easy to replace with another one if the symbol is used in several places. So if I understand correctly, is it possible to create a symbol to save a photo so it's easy to replace with another one if the symbol is used in several places?
So I think what you meant is what we call in Canva frames. So let me add a page just to give you an example. When you go to elements, scroll down, and you will see a section. You can use frames or you can use grids. Grids will adapt to, they will fit to the page. So let me show you, for example, this grid is divided in two. So when I click here, it will fit the entire page. Mm-hmm. But if I use frame, I can adjust the size. So let me go for this one. You can make it bigger. You can change the ratio. Let me go back. And then I guess this is what you will call a symbol, but in Canva's frame, you can then drag any photo or video. Let me just...
Not
you can
elements.
drag it
That's
inside
important.
the frame.
Not a graphic.
Yeah. You see? I'm changing the photos or the videos in the frame. Yeah. Let me know if that's what you meant.
Yeah, let us know if that was your question, Jose. There's a Cappy saying, good morning, beautiful couple, Ron and Diana. Thanks so much for this live tutorial watching from Seattle, Washington, Macro, St. Louis. Well, hello there, Cappy. All right.
Okay, so one more trick. Yes. You can see here that the text boxes have an animation. I think I already mentioned this one pretty quick, but let me select any of these two text boxes, go to animate. You will see that these two already have an animation, and I want to talk about them because sometimes people don't know about them. And these text boxes, they have special animations that are not available for other kind of elements like images or videos. So in this one, for example, you see that we have this typewriter effect, and from here you can further customize the animation if you have a Canva Pro account, and you can make the effect appear as if you are typing character by character or word by word. Word by word, it will be more interesting if you have a sentence. In this case, because we have only 2 words, character will be the best one. And then you have some other animations in here that you can apply.
Let's explain to people, like every time we see that little crown.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, yeah. This
So
little
this
crown.
little crown means it's a paid feature in Canva. So if you're using a free account, the crown will be yellow or golden color. And here, because we are using our Teams account, it's gray because it's already unlocked. But just realize that all of these little crowns means it's a paid feature.
Yeah. So yeah, let me know if you guys knew about these animations that are available only for text boxes. I think sometimes when we are Canva users and we use it a lot, we sometimes tend to forget things, or like if you are a newbie, this might.
Okay, we hear back here from Jose.
Okay.
He says, thanks. I was thinking more of the first template with the one with the subscribe button that you clicked.
Okay.
With the mouse animation, I saw you drag the image 3 times for each page. So indeed, yes, you cannot really like if you have 3 pages and 3 here is 3, drop your photo into each of the frames. Or if they are positioned exactly at the same place, you could copy and paste them from one page to the other, but you cannot really like set it once and it will change everywhere. I don't think we can do that.
No, but in this case, I would suggest, instead of copy and pasting, just drag the photo, because, for example, in this template, the outline on this photo looks different on the 3rd page, because it looks, it's like a subtle effect that when you click on the button, this outline changes. So, yeah.
Yeah, we don't copy them then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
So 2 tips to go. Tip number 4.
Do we have
ready, guys?
any questions
No,
or
we
comments?
answered every single question in the chat. We are very efficient.
Great. Okay, so the next tip already number 4, is that in Canva you have already animated elements, and these are called stickers. So you are going to go to the Elements tab, and from here you can either scroll down. You will see this section that is called stickers. Click see all, and then from here you have categories of different stickers. If you click see all, you will have access to all these animated elements. So some of them, like for example, I think this one. Okay, so you see it's an animated element. I didn't have to animate it. It is like that. But what I wanted to show you is that this element, it has its own colors, and I won't be able to change them. But there are some stickers in Canva that you will be able to change the colors. Yes. So let me see if I'm able to find them. I think maybe this one. Yeah. Perfect. So these are Lottie stickers, and these you will be able to adjust the colors. So you see here, if I change the yellow color, it will change. And if I change the blue for a yellow, so you see it's pretty easy to customize. And then if you click on this one, there is no way to change the color.
Can you make this Lottie sticker on brand?
Yeah, that's what I did already.
No, but with your brand.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. You use your brand colors. Okay.
You already used the brand colors.
Yeah. Maybe let's show people the styles in design, in the design tab.
What do you mean?
I mean this.
So you mean
if you come to your first tab right here on top, you have styles, and styles will have a lot of combos, like for example, color palette combination. If you click on see all, you see all of these palettes right here. So if I wanted to apply this palette to this element, I could just click here, or actually it has done that to the entire page of the design, which is not what I was looking for. I was trying to apply, can you do that?
No, I think what you meant is this.
element
I'm
color.
gonna show you something cool.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is going to work, but maybe. So I'm gonna take the same animation. I
Yes.
already changed the colors in here, and I want to apply these colors to this other animation.
Right.
I'm gonna take the
Yeah,
copy
this is gonna
style
work.
and then paste it. No.
Not. This used to work, guys. Trust me.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was going to work because with animated elements it's different, but
Mm,
you can do it with other elements.
normal
Yes.
elements. Yeah.
But what you showed us actually worked. It's going to change the colors in the entire page, but
Right.
also the animated
Right.
elements. So
Yes.
if I click here, you see that all of the colors in the page and even the animations,
Right. Will
the animation
be
is changing.
adapting to this color palette, which is pretty cool. If you're not inspired, if you don't have your own, I would say, brand colors, that could be a good way to
Yeah.
create with cool
So
colors.
this is a way to access stickers. So, like going to elements and then stickers. But I'm going to show you another way so you can actually search for what you need. So you're going to go to elements, then graphics. And then from here, you're going to type whatever that you need. So let's say that I want to change this heart for an already animated one. From here, we have simple illustrations. They don't have any animation. But if I click on this filter, I can select animated. And then I will only see animated hearts from here. So let's go for this one. And then I can simply remove this one and leave this one instead.
That's really the easy way to animate, like using stickers. And Canva has a lot of stickers, some cool ones as well. So that's really an easy way to add movement to your design.
Yeah. And you can also add these custom animations to these stickers. So go to animate. If you still want to have this cool animation going,
Yeah,
you can do so
that's
and
cool.
apply it. So it will be something like this.
Okay. Cappy has a question. I suggest we keep it for after your last tip. It's a good question, but I would prefer we finish this so we make sure we
Great.
cover all the material and then we'll come back to it.
We have the last tip
There's
already
one
coming. I think.
thing I really would like to show people.
Well,
It's the click on animation thing.
okay.
Because people who use Photoshop and use create a lot of presentations, that was a big turnoff for them in Canva. You don't have this feature, like animate on click when you're presenting. And now Canva has added this feature, which is cool. Let me show you quickly what it is. So the way you do this, you need to select the elements on your page. So you see here, I have 3 different elements.
I just want to add something here. This is going to work only if you are presenting from Canva.
Yes.
Only for presentations.
Yes, or even if you export your presentation to present offline, I think it will still work. I'm not 100% sure about this one. But anyway, so let me show you what I mean. First, you need to select all the elements on your page. Okay. Next, you click on Animate. And then you should see this presentation settings appear on click. So if you turn this on, you can then decide on which order your elements will appear. So you can basically reorder. So if you want, let's say Canva comes first, then lovers, and then the heart. So it's in the right order. Now, if I click on the preview thingy right here, okay, so I will come to my last page. Oh, but because there is already animations.
Yes, because it's not a presentation document. That's why
okay,
I was
exactly.
I wanted to add that comment.
Let me close that. So if I didn't have previous animation to this, like there's already animation on Canva, on Lover, and the heart. But if you had like these 3 animations, like these 3 elements were static, then if you do this and you get into presenter mode, every time you click, a different word would appear. Or even if you set an animation for that word, it will appear with that animation. So that's called appear on click. So this is the little setting that you see here. By default, it will be turned off. But if you create presentation, trust me, you would like this feature.
Okay.
Back to you.
Let's continue with tip number 5, which is the last one, but it's pretty cool. I believe we use it a lot, actually.
You kept the best for the end.
Exactly. For this one, we're going to go to the side panel, to the apps section, and we're going to search for Giphy. This is an app that will allow you to use GIFs and stickers. So let's say that I want to add a GIF showing that I'm happy, so I'm going to type happy. And then I can click on any of these GIFs and it will be added to my design. And then, I can customize it. I can round the corners if I want.
Maybe paste it on a new page because it's a little bit small. So it will act as a normal element. So just like a video, a graphic.
Yeah, you can add animations to it.
Yeah, you can zoom in on it. It's really acting like a normal Canva element.
Yeah, so this one is pretty cool. We really like it. And let me just come to this page to show you that on Giphy, if you search for example, for happy and then add the keyword sticker, you will see only stickers. These are kind of like the stickers that you will see or you will find on the Instagram stories. So if I add, this one has a white background, but for example, this one, it's not working. Well,
they're not supposed to have a background?
No, they before they
maybe just wait a sec because it says it's uploaded to your media library. Go to your uploads and see in videos.
Well, yeah, you're right.
See, it
you're
takes
right.
a few seconds.
Yeah, so now we have the stickers with a transparent background.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There's one more thing I think we could show. I'm not sure it's going to work.
I think we are running
yeah, that's going to be the last thing we save if we want to answer a few more questions. I'm wondering if I can remove the background of this video. So you see the GIF. I have the option to use the background remover, which is a pro feature for my video. Let's see if it works. So it's going to be processing this video and maybe it's going to get rid of my background. Not exactly sure if this will work. It seems like the GIF stopped functioning. We'll come back to it. But in the meantime, I'm going to
this feature is created for videos. So I'm not sure if it's going to work.
Happened. Oh, no.
Okay, so let's go back to the comments and see.
So Cappy's question was and is there a way to create a Star Wars like animation like in the beginning of the movie when the yellow text is kind of disappearing, going up the screen? So it's kind of like a rolling credit, but there's a sort of a perspective to this, and like it seems like the text is just moving up like this.
The perspective, I'm not sure how you are going to achieve it in Canva, but if you want to create this effect, I'm just going to add here this random text to show you how you could create this.
Like a rolling credit, like
yes.
inverted.
So for example, here you have all of this text. Let me just, no, like this is okay. And then you saw what I did. I just added some space at the beginning of my text box. And then I'm just going to bring it down like so. I'm not going to leave it out of the page. I'm just going to leave a little empty section in the page. And then,
because if you don't, the text box disappears.
Yes. Yeah. And then I'm just going to create a custom animation. And while I'm going to drag this element upwards so we can have this movement, I'm going to press, I think it's shift, so we can have a straight
Straight
line
line.
animation. So I'm pressing,
So
let me
she's trying to
hold
create
shift,
a straight path.
and then I'm bringing
Nice.
this text
Oof.
upwards. This can be a little bit tricky because you want to show a lot of text,
Yeah.
and you will need to do it a couple of times until you get it right.
Or you need to zoom out on your page so you have more space.
Yeah, but then, like you see, you can achieve it like so, but you have to play with it until you get it right.
Yeah, it's not made for that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just a hack in order
Yes.
to get to this, but it's not as cool as the Star Wars one that has this perspective going kind of like narrower. So the answer is there is a hack around it, but it's not gonna look as cool as a Star Wars animation. All right, guys, if you have more questions, this is the time, right? We are getting to the end of the session. We have about a few minutes left. So
Yeah.
if you want to ask Diana or myself anything really about Canva, this is your chance. We are here for you. So it was fun. By all means, also like check out our Skillshare profile. So you can find us on Skillshare. I think my name there is Ronny Hermosa, so you'll find me. And we would also invite you to create something based on what you've learned today. So by all means, try to create a Canva animation and share a view-only link with us. So you can do so in different ways. You could share it in our Discord community. So Skillshare's Discord community in the TKTK channel. Okay, so that's the name, hashtag TKTK, which is the channel for dedicated for sharing your projects there. You can also tag us at Ronny Hermosa, at Diana Muñoz, at Skillshare, and share that on Instagram. You can use the hashtag Skillshare so we can find
Yes.
you and then see your creation. We'd love to see what you come up with.
I would love to see custom animations.
Yep, definitely. Custom animations, Star Wars animations. Cappy, I challenge you to create the best Star Wars animation in Canva and share it with you. Share it with us. You can also add your artwork to our classes projects, okay? And you will get feedback from us. You'll get feedback from the community. So I was saying our Skillshare profile, Ronny Hermosa, I believe we have 30, close to 40 classes there, mostly about Canva. There's a little bit about ChatGPT, branding with AI, which is a series that we have. And you'll see the profile is super well organized. So we've created all of these sections and it looks fun. So I invite you to come and check it out. All right, guys, I don't see any more questions in the chat. Thank you for tuning in today, this morning, afternoon, wherever you are watching from. I had fun, Diana. Did you?
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, a few other things also you could do if you want to stay in touch. You could subscribe to this channel, so Skillshare YouTube channel. You could check out our channel as well if you would like to. Team Rondy, at Team Rondy on YouTube, or Design with Canva, which is the name of the channel. At Team Rondy is our handle. We share Canva tutorials there every day.
You can also find us on Instagram at Team Rondy.
Yep, or teamrondy.com. Everything kind of Team Rondy, it's us. So yeah, but subscribe to the Skillshare channel as well, because they have some cool live sessions like this one every month.
I'm excited.
And thank you, Skillshare, really, for everything you do for creative teachers like us. Absolutely love what Nicola, Jen, and Steph are doing in the top teacher and the rising teacher community. Thanks for Dan and Ale, who are monitoring this chat and make this live session possible. And thank you for the invite. Like, we really appreciated teaching here live to your
audience. Super fun.
Yep. Thank you for watching, guys.
Yeah, thank you. See you in the next tutorial or the next class.
Yep.